Hey folks, JuniorDeBoss here coming at you with another World of Warcraft add-on. And today we're going to be talking about the add-on LootAppraiser. Now LootAppraiser is a unique add-on. LootAppraiser gives you the looted item value of things that you loot as you're farming for transmog or other things that you want to be farming for, like professions, for instance, like not the materials, but the actual recipes and whatnot. If you want to farm those up, LootAppraiser also works for that as well. But the main reason people use LootAppraiser is for transmog farming. And it was created by a person by the name of WoW Profits, also known as Profits TV on Twitch. You can check him out. We'll have some information about him in the end of the video. And also he has brought on another author, another dev that has actually they've kind of combined themselves as far as what goes into LootAppraiser. And I must say, LootAppraiser has grown tremendously in the last year that it's been going for. So it was created, or uploaded, I should say, on January 9th of last year. And there's already 80,000 downloads already. 80,000 downloads. That is a lot of people using LootAppraiser. And obviously people like it. People still use it. People still download it. It's amazing. So what we're going to do today is we're going to go ahead and go do a walkthrough in detail of what LootAppraiser does and is. So the first thing that you must know is you must have TradeSkillMaster, the add-on, installed for your World of Warcraft add-ons. You also must have the TradeSkillMaster desktop app as well, which you can get at TradeSkillMaster.com. Now, these links will be in the description below, so they'll be very easy for you to get your hands on. I'm not going to do a walkthrough of that particular stuff right now because there's many other videos that do it. However, if you guys want me to do it, say in the comments below and I'll go ahead and get that video out as well. So first off, once you have LootAppraiser installed, there's two things that you can do here. One is left click, two is right click. And the icon is always going to be around your mini map. So I'm using another UI, so mine is going to be just in a line here. So you've got left click, right click, and then you can drag in a normal situation. Mine doesn't drag, obviously, because I'm using a different UI. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to do each tab. We're going to go through what it has, what's over here on this thing here. As you can see, I've been sitting here for 22 minutes just trying to get everything set up for the video here. So we will go ahead and talk about the general tab. So this is where you're going to tell it to either do uncommon, common, poor, rare, or epic. I leave it on uncommon because I want to see anything that's uncommon and worth 100 gold or more. Normally I have it set between 350 and 500 gold for the threshold, but for the sake of this video we're going to go ahead and leave it at 100, and I think that's the default actually when you install it. Alright, so another cool thing here is ignore random enchants. So instead of it saying of the monkey, of the bat, of the boar, of the this, of the that, you can have it ignore that, so it just shows the item itself. We like to leave that checked. It's cool that you can uncheck it, but most people just leave it checked, I'm pretty sure. So if you're familiar with LootAppraiser, you know that before you had to kill something, loot it, and then the window would pop up, do you want to use LootAppraiser, yes or no? Now you don't have to do that. It's great. You can suppress this to where you can actually turn it on yourself without having to loot. So you're ready to go. I just want to click the button. It opens up. Boom, you're good to go. And that's it. So I like the fact that they've added that. I have it turned off because I don't want to have to loot first and then have it come up. I want to make sure that I get everything in there that I loot. So that's why I open it up first. All right, the next tab, price source. So a lot of you are familiar with this. You've got the AuctionDB. WoW Auction, unfortunately, is having a little bit of issue with their pricing data. So it doesn't currently properly work for the WoW Auction. But I leave mine on the global market value average. I think that's default. And then, so whatever it's worth as far as the global market value average is concerned, that's what it's going to output over here, which is great. Another cool feature that's recently been added is the custom price source. How crazy is that, right? So if you're using TradeSkillMaster and you want to use the custom price source that you have for when you post items on the auction house for your groups, you can use that here as well, which is cool. I have not used it yet, only because I just haven't found the time to do it. But eventually I probably will, because I think that's going to give me a better number of what I'm looking for as far as value is concerned. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the Sell Trash tab. Now this is something that it will vendor your grays automatically, so it's got the Sell Trash button right over here. If you want to vendor anything other than just the grays, then you can go ahead and go into TSM, set up a group. Like right here, it's already set up for LootAppraiser's trash. So, but you can change this name to anything. You just go to your TSM, you make a group, you add the items that you want to automatically vendor, and make sure that this is checked. So that way, anytime you hit sell trash, bada bing, bada boom, there you go, it's sold. I personally don't use it, but it's there if you need to. All right, so blacklist. This is where items for like the idols, the scarabs, the things that cannot be vendored is pretty much what it is, where it automatically will destroy them. One of the items is the heart, the shriveled troll heart. So what you would do is you would create a group in TradeSkillMaster of the items that you want to just destroy, and then you would hit destroy. So that's kind of a handy, neat little feature. That way, for the idols, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So right now I have the 2 purges, and I'm sure a lot of you know who farm transmog. We used to have to purge the idols and the scarabs from AQ20, right? Well, now you don't. You can just use destroy trash, which is perfect. It works. And then make sure that the blacklist via TSM group is checked. That way, anytime you hit destroy trash, it destroys that group as well. All right, so the next section is going to be the notifications. But first, before we do that, I want to go over these 2 buttons right here. And that is the new session. So we've been sitting here for 4 minutes, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm done. I want to do another session. So you just hit new session, and the timer starts over. That's pretty much what that is. So if we had looted item value right here, that would also start back at 0. Let's say you have to get up and go to the bathroom or get a coffee or anything like that, and you're in your timer and you're 45 minutes in, just go ahead and hit the stop button. It'll stop it, it'll pause it, and then when you come back, hit restart, bada bing, bada boom, and there you go. And you can go on without your items being reset or anything like that. All right, so the next thing that we're going to go over is notifications. So this is kind of cool, where if you want to get a pop-up or something that says, hey, this is what you got, like a raid warning, it pops up right here. The Blizzard error frame pops up right here. The channel in chat and default pops up right here in your chat. I have it set to none just because I don't feel the need to have it pop up in my face. I have it right here when I have this window open. So, and I'll show that later in the video as well. So I have mine set to none. You have Enable Toast, which is down here in the lower right-hand corner. Once you pick up an item, it shows in the lower right-hand corner here. Again, I personally don't need to see that, so I have it unchecked. Most of you are familiar with that ding. So this is where, when it's above the threshold of 100 gold, that sound will play. Now you can change it to any other sound that you want to change it to. You don't have to leave the auction house window open sound. You can change it to whatever you want here in this list. I like the sound, so I leave it here. All right, so the next thing is, and this is where the cool features are coming into place right now, is in the display. So a lot of people will like, I want to see more than 5. I like to see 10 items here. I personally don't. You can leave it, you can put it to wherever you want. You can see that it changes depending on wherever you put it. I personally like 5, so I leave it at 5 because I don't need to see anything more than that. Because in a normal situation, you don't pick up 5 greens or anything that's worth any kind of value in one pickup in a normal situation. So for me, 5 is perfect. Let's say that you don't want to show any of these items here. So the looted item value, for instance. I'm not sure why you wouldn't want to show that, but it's there in case you want to turn it off. I personally like it there. It also has the looted item value per hour, which is the one in the parentheses. There we go. If you don't want to show it, then uncheck it, and it unshows it. You have the currency looted, which is like your gold, silver, and copper. You have the items looted, which is every single item that is uncommon or above that has dropped for you, no matter what the price is. And then you have the noteworthy items, which is the things that are the items that are above your threshold. So above this 100 gold. And of course, above uncommon, of course. So this is a cool feature right here. So the reset instance button. A lot of you are aware that there is a macro that you can use to reset the instance so that you don't have to right click your portrait and your player frame and then hit reset instance. So they've actually built it in. I like the fact that they have made it to where you can not have it shown if you don't want to, because me personally, again, I have it set to a keybind, so I can just hit the keybind without even clicking the button. Plus, I don't have this window open all the time, so it works for me. But just for the sake of this video, we're actually going to reload the UI and show you what that button looks like. That way you can see that it actually is there. And it is very useful because a lot of people will probably end up using it, and a lot of people probably have it, have this window open as well. So as you can see, reset instance is there, and then you just press it when you want to reset. Obviously, I can't reset if I'm in a dungeon, so that's why it's not doing that. So we're going to go ahead and turn that off real quick because I personally do not use it. All right. We're going to open this back up here. Now the other display options, so I'm sure that you guys are familiar with these. This is the 2 little windows that pop up that are separate from the main LootAppraiser window. Again, I personally don't use them, so I have them unchecked. I'm actually glad that they have given it an option to where you don't actually have to have them on. But they are convenient. You've got the gold alert threshold here, so anything that is uncommon and above 100 gold, the last one will be here, so the item will post here. And then your looted item value shows up in this LootAppraiser light window here. So pretty much this number here that's 0, C, will show up there. Again, I don't use them, so for me personally, I have them unchecked, and that's okay. A lot of people like it, and you can move them anywhere you want, and that's fine. All right, so before I go to the About page, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you that a couple of other features that have really been fixed since the UI has had a major update, and that is the map. So let me put it full screen. A lot of you remember that when you had LootAppraiser open, and if you hit the map, it would close out LootAppraiser and you'd have to start the session. It'd start from scratch, and that got a little annoying, of course. So the beautiful people that do LootAppraiser has stated that, hey, you know what, let's fix it. They fixed it, bam, and now you have it so it doesn't close. Another cool feature is you don't actually have to have this open. So if you look here, it says 1 minute 48 seconds. We'll go ahead and close it. We'll wait, we'll do a thing, we'll go around, and then we click it again. Look at that, it's still running. So you actually don't even have to have this window open either. Again, for me, I like to have a clean UI with no issues, not a lot of things on my screen. So in a normal situation, I would probably have that here and then closed, because while I'm farming, again, I don't have to see it. If I hear a ding, of course, I'm going to open it. And there it is. It's still there. And that's pretty neat. All right. So we're going to talk about the About thing. So this is where it talks about what the LootAppraiser add-on does, who created it. It actually has the email. So both the Profits TV and Testerly can actually answer any questions that you have, concerns, if there's any issues, if you have any good ideas that should be added into the LootAppraiser add-on. That is all done by the email here. And of course, you can get a hold of Profits at WoW Profits on Twitter, Profits TV at twitch.com. And then, of course, there's his personal email for WoW Profits. And then you have Testerly over here at Testerly on twitter.com as well. Now, it also shows some of the early adopters / beta testers. And if you look right there, look at that. JuniorDeBoss. Yep, that's me, folks. All right, so I'm pretty happy about that. That's kind of neat, actually. I feel I really appreciate Profits putting my name in there. That kind of makes me feel a little tingly and special inside, but we'll not go into that. There's one other thing, guys, that I want to talk about, and that is the upcoming things with LootAppraiser. I know of one, and it's huge. Guys, if you haven't used the statistics or looked at the statistics after you've ran any of the dungeons or any farming at all, it's amazing. So as you can see, I've done a couple of tests. This is just me testing the add-on and trying to get a little bit of data in here just to have it in here. So I did it at random times. This actually shows the looted item value that you got, the per hour that you got as far as the noteworthy items. It actually shows what items that you actually got as well. Up here you can choose what zone you want to look at. And here you can choose the date, the looted item value, which it shows them in the order there, and then it shows the looted item value per hour as well. I just leave it on the date because that's fine. That works for me. But eventually this is going to be something that is uploaded to the cloud. And that to me is amazing. So people can see, what other people are doing. And I'm sure that there's going to be an option for you not to do that, because maybe people don't want to do that type of thing. But I can't imagine why you wouldn't. It's all about that competition, yo. Got to get her done. Anyway, hopefully this video was very helpful. I do have a couple of more things that I'm going to do and talk about, but I'm hoping that what I've done thus far has helped. So there's two other buttons here, and I'm not sure I went over them, so we're going to go over them again if I did. The new session is, you can see that we've been in here for 5 minutes. You hit new session, bam, it starts over right off the bat. It's awesome. Okay, I think I actually did go over it. So yeah, we're just going to skip that. We did go over it. Oh man, such a long video. All right, so what we're going to do now, folks, is we're actually going to just go ahead and do a little bit of farming so that you can see what happens with LootAppraiser and see, that it actually does bring up the items and the looted item value as well. So give me 1 second. Let me round some of these up. And again, this is not something that this is not going to guarantee that you're going to get that gold. This is okay, come on. There you go. Come on. This is a looted item value. This is to show you what you could possibly get if the items sell in the auction house. And a lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people think, "Oh man, yeah, I've made that gold. Yeah." But that is not the case. Not at all. So what I'm doing here is I'm just loading up a bunch of mobs here. That way we can get a better chance at some drops. Now this is the way that I normally run Zul'Farrak as well, so you're kind of getting a sneak peek of that. Although most of you probably run it the same way. And if you guys have any other videos that you're wanting somebody to be, or wanting something done about, let me know in the comments section below, and I'll go ahead and knock them out. That's no problem. I'm trying to get some videos out there for folks. I do things a little bit differently as far as videos are concerned, so I'm a little slower than most as far as videos. Some of my videos are also a little longer than most, which sometimes kind of sucks, but I like to be very informative. So if I can get, you know, the most information out that I can get, even if it takes 30 minutes, like my last add-on video took me 30 minutes to do. Maybe people won't watch the whole thing. That's okay. It's not about if they watch the whole thing or not. It's about being able to skip around to watch what you need to get the information that you need. So for me, that's perfect. So right now we're just grouping all these guys up. We're going to come around the corner and then hit Starfall. All right. So now that they are dead, we're going to go ahead and loot. And as you can see, just in that 3 minutes that we started the new session and started down the road, we already got that. Now I still have loot to go, so I'm going to go ahead and loot, but I'm sure it's mostly grays. That's fine. But still, in that 3 minutes, we've got a couple of items that are semi-noteworthy. I would not sell any of them just because they're under my 500 gold threshold of what I normally put on the auction house. But hey, if you're just starting out and you want to go ahead and get, you know, some gold going, people will still buy this stuff. It may not be an automatic, you know, an automatic sale, but people will buy it, you know. So anyway, folks, I hope that this video was very helpful. Let me go ahead and get out of that. If you have any other questions, go ahead and put them in the comments section below. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more fun videos about add-ons, PvP, and other things. All right, folks, take care, and I'm out.